Hey, this is Pamela Schneider. I'm the retail editor for Blue Book Services, and this is the Produce Reporter Week in Review. Greg Johnson, our Director of Media Development. We're going to start the Week in Review off with the bummer news, and it's goodbye Ruby Tuesday. Sorry, I had to go there.
Their CEO had to do it too in his official statement. He said, this announcement does not mean goodbye Ruby Tuesday, but hello to a stronger Ruby Tuesday. He didn't actually say the company was right-sizing, but you could get the gist.
Yeah, goodbye to 185 stores, more than half of their locations. Well,
no, less than half of their locations.
Less than half, I'm sorry. Less than half of their locations.
236 remain open. I didn't get the list. It's tough news, but they are like the poster child for that category. Fast casual that makes its reputation on people gathering and having a good time and having a beer, and they even had a salad bar that's pretty well known. It's like it has everything that's getting killed during the last 6 months. I mean, it's not a good takeout transition.
No. There's not anything that's really differentiating about the takeout that you would get from Ruby Tuesday. It's not like the Nashville hot chicken place that's right by my house that's doing they opened a new location in May, like brand new, and they're just killing it right now. The takeout line is out the door, around the corner, 20 cars every night. I cannot imagine that Ruby Tuesday would have that kind of following. And I'm sure that there is a huge swath of restaurants that are fitting this bill. I mean, you know, how many people want to go to Applebee's for takeout? I don't think they have the dollar margaritas in the takeout picture. Although here in Texas, I don't know about what it's like everywhere else, to-go margaritas have been a huge business for restaurants during COVID. Like there's all kinds of different ways that you can get them in like a baggie or like a Ziploc bag of like gallon margaritas, and you just take them home. I'm not a margarita person, so it's not my bag.
Here I thought living in Missouri, I'd have all the alcohol benefits, and I don't know that we're big on that here.
Yeah, that's crazy because
we just get our bottle of whiskey and 24-pack of beer and go sit in our living room or driveway and watch our football team beat everyone else. That's just all we can do here.
Well, in better news, we've got a couple of things going on. We've got Karen and I from Moxxy Marketing introduced this morning the series that we have coming up with their newly commissioned study, the Shopper Insights 2020. And we're going to kick that off next week in conjunction with Fresh Summit, talking about, and I love that she mentioned the timing of this. They had planned to do a study, just a study right before the pandemic started, and they decided to put the brakes on it and wait until we had some good data on consumer trends, where everything's too crazy to do it in March, too crazy to do it in April, too many holidays. They waited until August to field their research with category partners. So I think that's great timing to have a nice baseline to look at, because we're going into the 2021 trends trying to get an idea of what to do, and you can't do that with old data. A lot of that stuff just won't compute. So great timing for them, great timing for us. What are we going to be doing with this study?
Yeah, we're really excited to work with Moxxy, and we plan to release different analysis every week from now until the end of the year. So we'll cover a whole variety of things that they had in their survey, from what motivates people to try new things now that some of the rules are different, and all the different facets with online grocery, whether or not it'll continue the trend, what people are saying about it, what they like, what they don't like about it. I'm really excited to get into it, and we'll do some video stuff, and I think it'll be really good and eye-opening for not only retailers but marketers and even growers looking at ways to introduce new varieties kind of into this different kind of marketplace.
Well, and just an example of the type of data we're seeing that I haven't seen anywhere else is just a quick data point is 21% of the shoppers that they surveyed, this is 2,000 people in the United States, 60% women, 40% men, kind of balanced to the demographics of shoppers. 21% of them said that there's not enough fresh produce available online. That just blows my mind. How and why and what can retailers and what can the market do to make sure that people are finding what they're looking for online? And, you know, kind of segueing into what we're going into next, this is the time of year that the produce industry pushes forward with tons and tons of new products and innovation. Our inbox for news at producebluebook.com is just full of new product announcements. And I've got a couple downstairs actually for videos that marketers have sent me. And right now we just don't have that in-store component of sampling, and we don't have beautiful displays. We have online shopping. And how do you get somebody's attention when they're shopping online? This is all part of the research, and I'm really excited to get started on that. And we'll see the first installment of that coming up next week.
Yeah, as you mentioned, it coincides with Fresh Summit, which is next week, as
merch right here
points out, and we're getting all excited for a virtual experience. It will definitely be different. I wish I was going to be in Dallas, but
I mean, it is what it is. We're just not going to get around to in-person shows. Although I did see the Bazzutos had one a couple of weeks ago. So we're tiptoeing back into in-person events, but for now, Fresh Summit is virtual. It's starting next week. I've logged in. I've got a couple of friend requests. So I think people are starting to trickle into the platform, but of course the meat of the program does start next week. So you can look forward to coverage from the Produce Reporter throughout the week. We're daily. If you don't get the Produce Reporter newsletter, you're missing out. Go to producebluebook.com and sign up. And that's it, I think.
Sure.
I said my closing in the beginning.
Are we going to advise people on what to do, such as getting onto the site on Friday and Monday and getting comfortable with it so that when Tuesday starts, they're already into the flow?
Yeah,
unlike what most of us did for Virtual United.
Yeah, that is one of the suggestions, that if you have not already created your profile for the Virtual Fresh Summit, if you haven't gone in, you can totally go in and do that now. If you haven't, then you don't want to be that guy like I was, trying to catch up to everything, because marketers are starting, hitting the ground running with a lot of the great content on day one, and you don't want to miss some of these live events, because as we've talked about before, the beauty of one of these participatory experiences is that you're not watching the replay. You're watching it live, you're participating in live. So you should go in and actually find out when everything is happening. There's, schedules in there that you can go find the things. But if you're not up and running already, you're going to miss out on some good stuff. So go ahead and go into the Virtual Fresh Summit and, get your profile ready, get a new picture. Get one of the ones that it shows what you actually are doing and what you're looking like right now. Everybody wants to see everyone's home office, even though you're probably tired of mine. I need to move around my tchotchkes.
You see our home office is enough.